everyone, and welcome to Let's Play Escape Velocity Nova. Now, quick little history lesson about this. Escape Velocity Nova is actually the third game in a series. The first game, obviously, just being called Escape Velocity. The second one, Escape Velocity Override. This final one, Escape Velocity Nova. Now, Escape Velocity and Escape Velocity Override, I played a lot as a kid, and those have a lot of nostalgic value for me. This one, however, is the latest. It still has a decent community to it, and it's the only one that's going to run on my system anymore. So we're playing it. Let's go ahead and create a new pilot. Let's see, we need a really, really cool name, like Christopher Walken. And our nickname will be Captain Cowbell. We want it to be male. Strict play just means if we die, we can't continue the game anymore. It's kind of like hardcore mode in Diablo. Not gonna happen. And please christen our brand new Sigma Shipyards Alpha Class shuttle. That sounds pretty fancy and everything like that, but it's actually just a really, really crappy ship, so we're just gonna call it the Shit Hauler. That's our shuttlecraft right there. And we're gonna go ahead and enter our ship. A little bit of story here. Mankind has colonized the stars. The early explorers launched themselves and their followers into the void with little or no idea of what the future would hold. Many were never heard from again, until a genius named Omada Kane came to the force. Kane designed and orchestrated the construction of the Hypergate system. The Hypergates were a means of linking systems light years apart with wormhole technology. A great boom of colonization began, and the dark reaches of space were suddenly not so dark, nor so distant. The ruling body of humanity, the Colonial Council, grew rich from the colonies. The lifeblood of the Council was the Hypergate system. But the Colonial Council grew corrupt, and the sickness of that corruption spread through every layer of society. Pirate attacks became more prevalent, criminals flourished, and politicians became military governors. The emasculated Council could do nothing. Terrorists destroyed the sole Hypergate and crippled the network. Overnight, entire systems were cut off from civilization, and society was thrown into a state of anarchy. Few could have foreseen the events that followed. Warlords arose, empires sprung up and collapsed just as quickly, and all the while the people of the galaxy suffered in a new dark age. Planets sank into feudal states, and much technology was lost, seemingly forever. Yet from this chaos rose order. A newly reformed council advanced faster than light technology and slowly regained contact with the lost worlds of humanity. Over time, the core systems of human space formed a new ruling body, the Federation. Life is now a cheap commodity in a dangerous universe. To the south lies the Auroran Empire, a savage race. The mysterious Polaris hold the east, while the north and west are unexplored. You have just purchased your first ship, a shuttle, which is really shitty, that you hope will lead to better things. You are ready to start your maiden voyage. The universe, with all its diverse beauty and terrors, awaits you. Captain. Why, thank you, faceless voice. Anyway, this is Escape Velocity Nova. This is our little shuttlecraft here. Uh-oh, just got hit by a stray attack there. Anyway, this is our shuttlecraft. As you can see, it's really, really slow. And now you actually have an option to play the game on 2x speed by putting on the caps lock, like so. And we're actually going to be doing that, because that's how I play the game. I like it faster like that, plus it makes our slow ship not so slow. Anyway, we can tab around and kind of target different ships on our little computer here. We can target ships by clicking on them like that. That is a Federation carrier. Or we could tab around by hitting the tab key, and it'll kind of just cycle through all the different ships and stuff. Anyway, we can also land on things. Like we have a station here called Port Kane. We're going to land on that. Alright, so kind of the way you get storyline missions in this game is just like this in little text boxes. There aren't any cutscenes or anything, which is kind of a shame, but yeah, I'm not going to read this, and also this is just a kind of a tutorial mission, and just kind of gets, you know, shows you around and everything like that. I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to tell you guys about it. So anyway, every time you land somewhere, you have different options of places you can go to. This location right here doesn't have all of them, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to a place that does have all of them, and I'll explain them all to you there. So I'm just going to leave Port Kane. So the way we do hyperspace, we can bring up our map here. And this is all we know right now of the universe. Kind of a sad thing, but the universe is actually a lot larger than that. So we're going to go ahead and head to Earth. If I can remember what direction Earth is, I'm pretty sure it's down this way. So we have to get far enough away from the system center. We have to be at least a certain distance away in order to hyperspace jump. So you can't do it right on top of the planet or anything. Now, if I remember correctly, let's see. This is, I believe, Earth is this way. Hopefully I'm right. Aha! I was right. Alright, so we're in the solar system. This here is Earth. And as you can see, Earth has, that's the Kane Band around there. It's a large commercial hub all around the planet. Land right there. This is Earth. And Earth pretty much has everything, so I'm going to explain everything here. We can recharge. That's pretty much like refueling our ship. I'm going to do that right now. It does cost money. We have a bar, which I'll tell you guys about in a second. We have the mission BBS. You bring that up. Basically, it has some kind of missions you can do just for if you're low on cash or if, you know, whatever, if you're working out money. You can do these missions here. Most of them are just delivery missions, you know, pick something up here, drop it off here. That's pretty much what all these are. Yeah, so these are actually very useful for making money, especially if you don't have like a big freighter or anything like that. Now, if you did have a big freighter, you can go to the Trade Center. Now, the Trade Center has all these different types of commodities and everything. Basically, this is just a, you know, kind of playing the economy game. Every commodity here has a medium, low, or high price. And obviously, different planets have different prices, so you obviously want to buy low, sell high, everything like that. So, for instance, if we could find luxury goods at a low price at another planet, could take it here. This whole commodity exchange thing is most useful if you have a lot of cargo space. Like if you're in a freighter or something, you can buy a lot of commodity and sell a lot of it. We also have the shipyard. We got our different ships we can buy here. Right now we're in a shuttle. We could upgrade to a heavy shuttle, which we're not going to do because we don't want any more shuttles. Got kind of all these different kinds of ships here. You can get some used ships which are cheaper or sometimes more expensive, like this one, which has a lot of outfits included and everything like that. Gives you a little you know, history about the ship and everything. You can also bring up the info panel. Shows you you know, all the stats about the ship, everything like that. So yeah, that's the shipyard. We can go to the outfitter, which this is everything you can buy for your ship, all the equipment. All we have right now is a light blaster, which we're never going to use because we're not going to be fighting in our little shuttle because we'd get owned. But yeah, this has a bunch of different kinds of things you can buy. You need sometimes you need licenses for things. We'll kind of get these as we go. Got like missiles and everything. Alright, now the bar is basically the main means to which you go and get storyline missions, and missions in the bar are all random, but usually what happens is you click on it, and like this, it'll bring up a second little dialog box, and it'll give you a little intro here. So let's see. As you step out of your hatch, you are approached by a woman wearing a blue-black uniform. You are Christopher Walken, captain of the shit hauler? Yes, I am. She asks quietly, and you nod, curious. I am Samantha Verana, and I'm a representative for the courier company United Shipping. We specialize in moving around small, valuable cargoes like jewelry, business papers, and contracts, etc. We have recently been on the lookout for new pilots who would be willing to work for us. Are you interested? Why, yes. Yes, I am. Excellent, she exclaims, smiling wildly. Well, it happens we need someone to head over to the Outcast in the Aral system to pick up 2 tons of personal effects for a client on Fermia in the Arcturus system. This particular mission has no real deadline, which is slightly unusual, as most of our clients want their merchandise delivered by a set time. Anyway, Samantha grins happily, another United Shipping representative will meet you at the other end and will brief you further on what to do next. I can read. I'm sure I'll see you around in the future, Christopher Walken. Yes, you will, perhaps in the movies. With that, she gets up, shakes your hand, and leaves.